friend with me. I just got her today. I really love the color of her hair. And it's super windy out here. And I'm right by a window. So if you hear something, it's probably the wind. So her hair is really long. I had a couple people request doing like hair brushing. And honestly, I've always wanted one of these. I'll show you. I just got it off of Amazon. And this is the brand Yodidi. And it's a mannequin head with human hair. It was only like $25. I think it said it's like 80% human hair, but it feels really soft. And it came with some hair stuff. So I thought I would open these, see what's in here, and then I'll brush some hair, do some hairstyles. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Got a comb, and here, I'll comb your hair. I'll give you a quick comb out. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Alright, let me get the top there. Can you hear that wind? Okay. And then it's like a goodie bag. We got some different colored rubber bands. What do you call it? I call it like a binder. I think sometimes it depends on probably when you grew up and where you grew up. Because I know when I grew up, we called it like 7-Up or A&W or whatever it was. And when I went to California, they called it like Coke. I'll have a Coke. And I'm like, well, how can you call it? Or a soda. A soda. But it's funny because we called it a pop. I'm from way up north. But now I call it a soda. Let's see. This just holds your hair back. She's getting her hair in her eyes. I gotta like work around her. She's attached to the table. I actually had to watch a video on how to put that together. Okay. These, I don't think I've ever used one before, but you can make like a ponytail with them. So some bobby pins, always important. I always called myself when I was on shoots, like MacGyver. I said I could do anything with a bobby pin and some hairspray. And believe me, at some of the shoots, I had to pull stuff out of my, you know what. Okay, oh, these are pretty. They're like bobby pins with like pearls on top. And then what's left wait a minute. Let me get your hair out of your face. Here. Okay. Here, I'm gonna clip that back. Okay. Now this side. I keep losing stuff there. Okay. Alright, let me get that out. Okay. Let's do that side. Okay. Now you can see. Alright. Well, I have a big paddle brush here. And I can move her from side to side. So we'll see how this goes. I wish somebody would brush my hair. I remember back in school that there was a girl that sat behind me, and I had hair probably just like this. I had red hair, strawberry blonde, red, just like this. And she would play with my hair. She sat in the desk behind me. And it's kind of like ASMR, you know how you get those chills when somebody plays with your hair. Let's see. Here, let me brush your hair. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, there you go. Got long hair. Okay, let me do this side. Okay. Alright. So I am not a cosmetologist, although I always wanted to go back to school and become one. So I'm a licensed esthetician. And if you don't know what an esthetician is, that deals with the skin. It's like giving facials. I love giving facials. And so it has to do with skin, lasers, stuff like that. Laser hair removal. And I'm an AP esthetician. So after a while, if the Cosmetology board made estheticians, if you wanted to do, you could, if you only stayed a regular esthetician, you could only do facials. So you had to become an advanced practitioner esthetician. So you could do the same things you could do as an esthetician until they changed the rules. And it cost money because you had to pass a test, and 2 tests actually, and then pay for a new license. You know how it is. And then I'm also a licensed tattoo artist. I did microblading, and in my state I went to school in Philadelphia for a week to learn how to do microblading. And this is when microblading was pretty new. And I think the governing boards weren't sure what to do with them, like the states. And when I got back to my state, I found out you had to be a licensed tattoo artist to do it here. And I had already spent that much money and did all that training. But to become a licensed tattoo artist, they don't decipher between cosmetic tattooing, like eyebrows and lips and eyeliner. And so I had to, and this was when it was new. So like now that I'm licensed, and have been for quite a while, I could train somebody on how to do microblading. Back then, they didn't decipher that. I even said to the board, I called him and I said, he can't teach me how to microblade because he doesn't know how to do that. His name is Schmitty, and he had tattoos all over, which I don't mind. And so I had to pay him. I think it was like $2,000. I had to put in 200 hours of working on people for microblading eyebrows before I could get licensed and he could sign off on it. So anyway, that's the long story, and I don't do it anymore. It's kind of become, I kind of knew, any kind of ink is going to fade. It's going to oxidize. And a lot of people now are getting their microblading removed. And it was only supposed to last not for very long. And that was the idea, that it only went to the second layer of the skin, not the third layer of the skin. Like these tattoos. Those are permanent because they go to the third layer. Microblading was supposed to be semi-permanent. But on some people it faded right away. And on some it faded, and mostly faded in different spots. Like it doesn't fade evenly. Even up until last year, I was thinking about getting my cosmetology license, but now everything costs so much that if you're just starting out later, not to discourage anybody, but a lot of people don't have the money. It's more expensive, and you need clientele. Although I think I could get clientele, but I don't think I want to stand on my feet all day like that anymore. And a lot of hairdressers, they'll have like carpal tunnel and problems with their arms because they have to stand like this. I'm going to give her a braid while I'm talking. I don't know if I said this before. I have some tea, sorry. I'm thirsty tonight. I actually used to tattoo heads. It was called scalp micropigmentation. And doing that, I'm going to open these rubber bands, I'll call them, binders. So, if you've seen it before, so people who have lost their hair or are losing their hair, have thinning hair, so, and it's a real tattoo gun, so, it's vibrating and stuff, and I take the tattoo gun and do dots all over that, and I would sometimes do that for 8 hours a day. And they charged like $5,000 to $7,000 to the people. And I only made $25 an hour. And no extra benefits or anything. And finally, can you imagine holding a tattoo gun continuously for like 8 hours? By the end of the day, my hand would be numb. So, but, it's the same thing though for that. But what it would do is, so so the dots would mimic a hair follicle. And so if you were bald or balding, it could like define a hairline. And then like for thinning hair, if you had thinning hair, you could go in between, like where the hair is thin, and fill that in. It's kind of like using that Topics. I think it's DOPAX. It's the powder that you put in hair, and then that sits on your scalp. It's the color of your hair, so then it makes it look like your hair is fuller. And I am so grateful, like, for people that, you know, have those types of things, that they have something like that to help them. But I will tell you, where we had really good people doing it. It was me and 2 other girls. But some people came in and they had like a botched job. And sometimes it's kind of like with microblading. Once it's botched, a lot of times you have to get tattoo removal before you can do anything. And with the tattooing on the head, it's the same like anything, that, you know, if you don't wear sunscreen, I want to make sure I get all that. If you don't wear sunscreen, the tattoo is going to fade. And, you know, a lot of people don't think about it or don't want to wear. You have to put on sunscreen on their head. So, and then you would get touch-ups, but for something as precise as that, it's hard to get the same, work on the same dots, follicles, tattoos, whatever you want to call them. Scalp pigmentation. Scalp micropigmentation. So, yeah, but, you know, it gave a lot of people their confidence back, and that was always rewarding for me to do that and see that. We'll just give her like to there. The wind's blowing so hard. Okay, I need to name her. I wonder what I'll name her. If you can think of a good name, put it down in the comments below. Okay. So I gave her a French braid. She looks like Pippi Longstocking. One year when I was younger, I went Halloween. I was Pippi Longstocking. And then my mom put wires in my hair, and so they both stuck out like Pippi's did. Here, I'm gonna move her head like this. Do you like getting your hair brushed? It sure, like I said, it gives you that tingly feeling just like ASMR does. This hair is really good quality. Like I said, they said it's like 80% human hair. I don't know how that's possible when it only costs like $25. Also, so I did mostly like shoots and, you know, commercial commercial shoots and like commercial video shoots and commercial print shoots. And I think I told you I worked on romance novel covers. And so either when you're a makeup artist, I have to move my chair a little bit. You're kind of either a bridal makeup artist or you're not. And I am not. Because that guy's just so busy. And, brides, they'll get engaged and then right away they want to book everything, which is smart. But then they're like, hey, can I book you for October 5th of 2027? And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing next weekend, let alone, 2 years from now. So, I have done some weddings. I did a real fancy wedding for my girlfriend, her daughter, and nothing against brides, but sometimes you can get some, well, they call them bridezillas, but listen, it's hard to relax on the day of your wedding, and you've put all this time and spent so much money that I get being stressed out. But when you're doing makeup and hair, you don't want to be stressed out. There's this lady on TikTok. I just got back on TikTok. I didn't have it. I deleted it off my phone, and then you couldn't get back on it, so I just got back on it. I'm going to put the binder in. And she's a makeup artist, and she does a lot of weddings, and she does like comedy things, like she recreates different scenarios she's been in, and it's hilarious, especially coming from somebody who does it. So let's see if they're even. It's hard to tell when I was talking. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, there we go. So that's a French braid. Alright. And her hair's pretty long there. So that was fun. Let's see, there's this thing on top. You can tighten it so that her head stays a little more secure. Alright, let's take this out and do one more. Some kind of, I would always, so when I did romance novel covers, I think I told you, they were period pieces, and the woman was always the heroine in the story. It was so fun. And so, we would, so the dresses and stuff were the old time dresses, like hoop skirts or, all that, like long skirts and like corsets, and they would give me a picture of, like, a reference picture, and then on the spot, I would just do it. And that was half the challenge because we were always on a time constraint. And so, and I remember one guy, he was like the graphic artist. He was like, in charge of like the shoot. And he would always like keep coming back, and mind you, I had to do makeup and hair, and they would give me like 20 minutes to do it. I'm like, but then we'd shoot like seriously like 1,000 pictures, and so the shoot would go, and I remember being, I'm like, art takes time. And I said too, like, this is my work. And so, when somebody sees this book and they see my name in the credits, I want it to look good. So I am just kind of doing a little side braid. I like this, like I can just move her any way I want to and she'll stay there. I talked about it on my makeup video that and it's just human nature when people just naturally look up. Like when I was doing makeup, they would just naturally look up. And then when I would tell them to look up when I was doing their eye makeup, they would take their whole head and look up, and I'm like, I have to see you eye to eye. I can't see too well the other side, but for me, this is so relaxing and fun. Let's see here. So I am going to I don't know if I did that far enough, but let's see. Do the best I can with what I got here. Alright. So I'm going to take this braid. Good things you can't feel anything. I accidentally pull people's hair. My hair lady will do that. She'll be combing and it'll pull my hair back, my head back. Alright. Oh, I think I might. I gotta tighten her a little bit here. She's kind of slipping on me. And I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it a continuous one back here. So, a lot of you guys have really good ideas. I have a lot of stuff coming up that I'm planning for. I find I'm doing a video maybe every other day. I do them when I can. So whenever I can do a video, I'll do one. Like I said, they relax me too. So let's see. Maybe I had a little too much hair out there. this is so much easier with this. Okay. There we go. There, it's a little frizzy right there. Just right there. Yeah, they used to get the flyaways down. Okay. Let's brush that out. She really got hair in here. Maybe since she was only $25, maybe she'll be bald soon. Alright, here we go. That's a brush right there. Okay. You have pretty hair. What do you use on it? Here. Okay, just gonna get those bangs, just those baby bangs right there. Those little ones, okay? Alright. I wanted to open these, I want to see. Oh, these are like when you do a bun or something and you can take the hair and like stick them in there. They're more for like decoration. Next time we'll do more like elaborate kind of style. We'll do like an updo or something. Alright, well, I am going to end this session with a little Reiki because we gotta send you some good vibes, okay? So, I'm gonna push the good vibes towards you, okay? I'm gonna push them towards you.